Hello, this is Dr. Jason Munsell. It is about 12:30, July 27th. I was going to add a little bit to the media stuff, a little supplemental stuff that's actually not in the book, and then try to very, very briefly get through some of chapter 11, or just bits and pieces of it, because it is so important for your upcoming second, third, big assignment, the script. If you haven't read that assignment, the more details, please do so. This morning I went through the latest tweets and forum posts. I really like the forum post, those scenarios from forum post 6. What I'm really looking for is for you to sort of make sure you're not engaging in ethnocentrism and sort of perform that negotiation model. So there you go. And remember that, as always, I give you the weekend to catch up. So hopefully you caught up with all the threads by Sunday at 5, the tweets for this week, Sunday at 5, and by Sunday at 5, you send me the little 2-page script for this third big assignment. So generally speaking, a lot of folks talk about media bias, particularly in this landscape in which we live, when folks are talking about fake news, blah, 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 blah. Is there media bias? Yes, of course there is. But I ain't too concerned about the political stuff, because there are biases that are much bigger than political ideology. So, for instance, the real media biases, and all this is not specifically in your book, but it's tied to chapter 11, and I talk about this in multiple classes that I teach. News, or all forms of media, whether it be commercials, obviously, but they're about the money. Most of these things are for-profit corporations. They want ratings because they want money. The more people who watch certain shows, the more they can charge for the commercials. So they're about money, which means that they're going to put stuff on, whether it's on the news or shows, whatever, that they think is going to be popular so they can make money. Now, that's not always the case. There are some nonprofits out there. The National Public Radio, PBS, Public Broadcast, all that type of stuff that is sort of funded by the government. I think they're trying to take funding away, as I always do. So remember that most of these folks are not like innocent. They have a job. Their job is to make money. So remember that. We live in a material world. We're living in a material world. Madonna. Vogue. Obviously, media is not necessarily a textual, that is words. Medium. Media is actually plural for medium. So it's about the visual, what we see. Oftentimes we size up folks not by what they say or what they stand for, but what they look like. So there's a lot of stuff there. So, people want to, on the news, you got to get the car crashes in there. Look, okay. But it's much more appealing visuals, more than laid out points that you can read over and over again. All about contemporary and immediate. If it's not happening now, yesterday, it's almost as if they, the breaking news is not breaking news. It's breaking news because it's breaking news. And the breaking news is not breaking news just because they call it breaking news. Jason drops his pen. Breaking live on CNN. My name is Wolf Blitzer. And my beard is sexy. Wolf Blitzer, not me. watch CNN. They spend more time on CNN sometimes and all of these things, talking about how great their network is, rather than reporting on the news. Wolf Blitzer, Wolf Blitzer. Even with the Weather Channel. The Weather Channel is the best weather channel out there. Tornado. Did we tell you that we're a great channel? And Jim Cantori is looking at the hurricane thing. Oh, yeah, there's a hurricane coming. Woohoo! But, so we have very short attention spans, right? Everybody thinks about the immediate, which this is why, Trump, President Trump, he's a master at distraction, as a lot of folks are. So, look at this shiny thing over here. Not this over here. It's like, oh, yeah. Complete red herring, right? Why is it a red herring? A red herring? Because it's shiny. And okay. Tends to support the status quo. Very rarely does media question the huge ingrained values of a given society. Sometimes there's a little bit of stuff there, but sure as hell nobody's questioning, free market economy, individualism. All these things that are deeply ingrained, sort of supports the status quo and supports generally the American society. Very pro-USA in the USA. Not always, but there's a bias toward fairness and balance. Folks pretend to be objective, even though a lot of folks, particularly in the news, have moved beyond that. Say, okay, MSNBC is liberal-leaning, Fox News is conservative, whatever. But the idea of fair and balance, generally speaking, I know actually Fox got rid of that because they realized they were neither. But it's this thing where the fair and balance itself is problematic, because take climate change and scientists, what is it, like 99% of scientists say the humans are blah, 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 and then one dopey dude said blah, 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 and then, you get the news together and they got, here's one pro and here's the con, as if they are equally balanced. Yeah, right, whatever. Love bad news. Going back to the visual, the old saying,